The old school entrepreneurs sacrifice everything, including your relationship. I believe that's just one option.
What I would say is it's actually less talented option, less innovative.
Yes.
They're less creative.
Yes.
They don't realize that I could probably do both. I just have to do it differently.
Yeah, there's so much definition of success. Money, I'm there. Fulfillment, that's a whole nother story. If you want a 5X, 10X, 20X, get a...
What up, Wealth Builders? Today, we're back at WealthCon, and I have got one of my headline speakers here today. This man, dude, it is hard to get him at an event, but boy, did he bring the energy and the heat. This man is the $100 million real estate guy. He's the guy you see on Instagram driving the Rolls Royces and all these other crazy cars, talking about how you shouldn't buy this, but you should buy this. I got Thach Nguyen. What's up, man?
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, baby. I've been waiting to do this with you for a while, my brother.
Dude, I'll tell you what, for those who don't know, Thach and I have met before, but I've asked him to come on the podcast and speak many times, but he's just always, he's not a guy that like is like these other guys who are just always on the circuit.
Yeah.
You're a hard guy to get.
And it's not like I'm super so busy that I couldn't carve it.
Yeah.
But what I realized, like I said on stage yesterday, was from my journey since, I left Vietnam until now, there's more life lesson than there is the win I have today. And all these life lessons have really helped give me clarity on what's priority in my life, right? I call them core value, right? And for me, this, because as soon as I say this, you'll be like, yes. My kids been playing club ball, baseball, and soccer since they've been kids. One of the reasons why I want to create wealth, because I want to create time, because my thing is active income is trading time to be rich. Wealth is trading your money back for time to do things that is a priority in your life. It's something you love to do. Like for me, since my kid been playing t-ball, I've been there help coaching. I've been there going to all the practice, been to all the game, especially when we travel. And the coolest thing is last year at the semifinal at the high school baseball, Mercer Island, my kid Russell, you gonna be at the game, Dad? Of course, I'll be there. I said, cool. I get fired up when you get there.
Yeah.
All right?
Yep.
That can't replace another 100 million.
No.
None.
No.
And that's why sometimes when you and I talk, can you speak? And it's during baseball season.
Exactly. I know all about that. We just finished WealthCon, and I ended it with a presentation I've never given before.
Okay.
About family legacy.
Yep.
And everyone was like, that was literally the best presentation I've ever heard you give. And I just talked about my dad, who's an immigrant, like you, from the Philippines, came here when he was 17. And so I'm like Russell in your story, right?
Yes.
And my dad, he didn't play baseball. I don't know if you played. Probably not.
I play football and I play tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vietnamese people don't play baseball out there.
No.
So, neither do Filipinos. And so he knew that, man, he couldn't be the one to train me and teach me. And so he got me coaches. He got me everything. And he goes, Ryan, like my dad wasn't there for me when I was growing up. He got 12 brothers and sisters. And he's like, but I'm going to be there for you on every game you play.
Nice.
And this isn't a guy who's got massive wealth like you do. He was a normal middle-class guy, but he always found the time to be at every single one of my games. He was recording them, helping me analyze my swing, just being there. And so like, when I see you and you truly sticking to your priorities, man, it's just like nothing but respect.
And believe me, the ego doesn't want to make it easy.
Right.
Of course, I want to get on Ryan's stage and speak and motivate the, people in front of there's thousands of people there. Who doesn't want that as an influencer, a public speaker?
Right.
Who doesn't want to do that, right? When I was younger, in my 30s, the ego would do most of the driving. Yeah. When you get into the 40s and the 50s, things start to change. You're entering into that zone now because you got young kids. Yeah. When you get to the 40, 50, now your kids get to that age where you are going to be the Ryan to the Russell and the Hudson. You know what I mean? Right. Priorities start to change. And so it wasn't easy to, bro. You know what I mean? Many times I'm like, I wanted to speak at the one you did in Hollywood. Yeah. Right? That would have been a cool place to do it at. Yep. But it was like, can't do it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so they in tournament time during those time.
Yep.
So, but yeah, it feels good now because when I look back, I don't have no regrets.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
And you're still rich.
Yeah.
So it's like, it worked out.
Yeah.
But
right?
to your point, what would have, it doesn't even, people who already like have enough, you don't need 100 million.
No.
But you're a millionaire, right?
Yes.
And you're still like, no, dude, I got to grind and
Yes.
keep, it's like, bro, you're already good.
Yes.
Like, you're fine.
Yes. Yeah. Because, the thing is, to me, is this. Like, I was talking to a couple of the people that was here, and I said, every tipping point in my life, I consider it as a miracle.
Mm.
Even leaving on the last airplane on a cargo C-140 airplane to U.S. is a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Living in a 2-bed, 1-bath shack with broken windows is a miracle.
Yeah.
And then I said, imagine each one of those tipping point or miracle, I made a different decision and the trajectory. If I would have never left Vietnam and my dad never decided we're going to leave Vietnam, you know this. What would my life be like in Vietnam today? Or would your life be like? You know what I mean?
Yep. In the
Right?
Philippines. Yep.
And just that one thing my dad said, we're leaving to the United States. We don't have nowhere we're going to live. We have no money. We're going to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
That one decision he made gave me a whole different projection. So to me, when I think about Russell Hudson, you only got one time, you ain't going to rewind it.
Right.
And if I make one decision that trajectory and my kid grow up, which I know a lot of successful parents, multi-millionaire, that a lot of their kids ain't that close to them
No.
because they made that one decision to go make that extra 1 million or 10 million or 100 million. And that one decision they made, their kid, that one disconnect, they lost it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I can name some people off, but I wouldn't need to. As soon as I say it, you go like, oh yeah. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right? So that's why I'm saying it's so important.
Yeah.
So important.
No, 100%. And, that's the mission of the Wealthy Way and WealthCon. When I started the event, I said, guys, let's get all the awkwardness out of the room. I'm going to sell you.
Yes.
And they'll just start laughing. I'm like, look, and it's not the way that you think. Like, yes, I'm going to sell you on some coaching programs and our different things and ways we can help you, but I'm going to sell you on getting closer to God.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell you on getting better health. I'm going to sell you on having better relationships. I'm going to sell you on being the best version of you. And, I think we did a great job of that these last 3 days.
Right.
And people are leaving inspired.
Nice.
Not just to make more money,
Right.
but to do all those other things.
It's crazy, bro. The feedback that I'm getting is people like this. I didn't realize we can have abundance and balance. I didn't realize we can have abundance and peace of mind and family. Because, the old school entrepreneurs sacrifice everything, including your relationship, your health, your family.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to go make that company big.
Yep.
I believe that's just one option.
It is one option.
Right?
100%. What I would say is it's actually the less talented option.
Yes.
I would say that person who chooses that path is less innovative.
Yes.
They're less creative.
Yes.
They don't realize that, oh, you know what? I could probably do both. I just have to do it differently.
I got to be more creative.
Yeah.
I got to think outside the box. I got to think outside what is the norm.
Exactly.
What entrepreneur been preaching for years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good feeling to see the feedback is a lot of people took away is abundance, family, abundance, balance, abundance. I want both now.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah.
I think all that stuff you've been saying, right, and said this weekend and what I said, I think if people walk out of here, they can go home and go have abundance and have balance and family.
Mm-hmm.
We did our job.
Yep. Well, and I think you and I talked backstage and it was right after you spoke. And you, by the way, you killed it. You brought the energy. And I was telling you, I was like, bro, the way you brought the energy is very different than others, where you can manufacture the audience to give you applause. You're like, guys, let's give it up. Like you're telling them to do something.
Yes.
But what I saw with you was just pure energy and just vibes and everything you were doing that the audience is just applaud. They're getting hyped up. You don't have to say nothing.
Right.
You're like, come on, guy.
Yeah.
And then like,
Yes.
so
Yes.
it was different.
Yeah. You know what I realized, Ryan, is that I'm a storyteller now.
You told some good stories.
Right? And my life is just a series of stories
Mm-hmm.
from the beginning until now.
Yeah.
There's been good times, and there's been, just like we talked about before we came on here,
Yeah.
there's been some time where, wow. And even that, what you and I talked about before this was a miracle,
Yeah.
right?
Amen.
Okay? And so today, I just tell stories. And I think what people can appreciate is, you know what? Man, I can relate to that guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how rich he is. But he's saying everything that when somebody said to me, man, Thach, my mom got cancer. And you know, I hear your story, it gave me encouragement and empowerment
Yeah.
because they can relate.
Yeah.
Or the house you lived in
Mm-hmm.
before you became rich, the first house.
Yeah.
Yes. So I didn't realize this until I'd done more speaking.
Yeah.
And I realized my niche is just tell the story.
Yeah. Well, you know, you can tell stories once you've accomplished a lot of things,
Yes.
right? Like you've got a lot of things to pull from that would apply to whatever situation the
Yes.
person you're speaking to is going through.
Yeah. Life, business, wins, loss.
Yeah. It's hard to tell stories about kids if you haven't raised kids.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So no, I agree 100%. And one thing you and I talked about too was, you know, your sweater says align.
Yes.
You know, and aligning with the right people. And we
Yeah.
both talked about this off stage where you were like, yeah, dude, we had to get rid of a lot of people who didn't align. I was
Yep.
like, same. We had to have a lot of turnover. And I go, you know, there's people not at this event or there's people at this event that will never be at another event
That's right.
because they don't align.
That's right. What does alignment mean to you, bro? I'm just curious.
I think that it's having similar core values and it's being headed in the same, you guys are running for the same thing together.
Yeah.
Not fighting each other to get the thing,
Right.
but you're running together to the thing.
As I was coming up as the old Thach in the paradigm, what everybody always preach, you got to grind to be successful,
Mm-hmm.
which is that whole thing of you got to sacrifice everything, right?
Yep.
And that was me back then.
Yeah.
But then I left a lot of dead bodies on the road
Mm.
because it was all about me
Yeah.
when I was young. I didn't build a lot of good relationship because it was about me.
It was just like, yo, how do I get ahead?
That's it, right? And I was doing things for the fame.
Mm.
I was doing things for the acknowledgement.
Yeah.
You know, all the wrong reasons. I'm gonna say it like that.
Yeah.
Can I be successful? Can other people be successful? The grind, of course.
Yeah.
But what I realize is the trannies burning up, the motors burning up in your life. You know what I mean? Everything. You get there and you're exhausted, and then you want to get to the next level.
Mhm.
It become hard to scale even more.
Right.
And I realized grind can get you successful, right? But when you align, I notice when I'm aligned, like I said on stage, I left Phuket one day before the tsunami hit Phuket when I was there 8, 9, 10 years ago.
Mm.
I left Japan one day before the earthquake just happened, right when I left this on January 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I missed one car in a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
I found a deal where it's the perfect seller. When I'm out doing videos, it always happens to be on days that it doesn't rain in Seattle.
Yeah.
I raised $1 million last year to donate to charity, and it happened to be easy and effortlessly because I'm doing it for the right reason. It is flowing.
Mm.
And I just think that when you're in a line, everything, the right people lined up, the right timing lines up, the right opportunity lines up, and it's effortless.
And you kind of repel
Yeah.
the wrong things.
Yes. Yes. And you don't even attract them.
Yeah.
Right. And so, yeah. So I'm a big believer today. If you want a 5X, 10X, 20X, right? And you want to do it with ease and flow and peace and, you know what I mean? And efficiency and balance, get aligned first.
Everyone knows that my favorite way to build wealth is through real estate investing. That's the reason that I started Wealthy Investor, where we've trained thousands of students. But here's the thing. I've noticed that so many people fail to get started in real estate because they're worried about the money. They don't know where they're going to get the money to buy a house or flip or handle their renovations and things like that. And so they just never get started. I want to change that. And that's why I created a brand new free course that goes over 5 different ways that you could buy houses without using any of your own money today. And I'm going to give you it completely for free. All you have to do is go to wealthyinvestor.com/podcast. I've made it specifically for you. The moment you go to that link, you'll be able to go get access to it and learn how you could start buying houses today without any of your own money. And if you're somebody who already has a real estate business and who wants to scale, we want to help you too. You can click the link below and book a free strategy call with our team if that's you. Why do you think when you were young, you weren't that way?
I was not personally developed. I got through a lot of personal development. I've gone through all landmark forum development. I've been through all Tony Robbins training. I've been through a lot of training. Gone through a lot of Wayne Dyer training, Deepak Chopra training, a lot of those spiritual stuff. And when I was young, just like anybody that's young, they doing it for the approval of something that they missed when they was young.
Trying to prove someone wrong.
Yeah, that or trying to prove, Dad, am I good enough yet?
You think that was it with your dad?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, when I was young, I was rebellious. My dad was all whoop my ass. Coming home late.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that to come home so late?
So he was strict, your typical strict Asian parent.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he was strict because I became more of a badass.
Oh.
And then the more I got older, I started to see how much of an asshole I was.
How old were you when that finally dawned
I think
on
when I
you?
started going into college.
Yeah. You're like, I'm a pretty not
You know what
son.
I mean?
Yeah.
Then when I got older and older, and then especially when he had cancer, that's when I really felt guilty. Man, I made it tough on my dad.
Yeah.
And that's why today I make sure that I try to teach the young people, man, do things for the right reason early. If you feel like you didn't get the approval from your dad, go have a talk with him. Get cleaned up with him quick.
Yeah.
Don't care if 30 more years. And that's why. That's why when I was young, I was doing things for the wrong reason. I was successful. I was just burning a lot of candles late night to be where I'm at. You don't have to be like that.
So you have success in your 20s.
Yes.
You're not doing it the right way though.
Yes.
You're burning bridges.
Yes.
Everything. At what point do you come to the realization where you're like, this isn't working?
Man, so many journeys. So many stories of almost went to jail.
For what?
For, when I was younger, I used to lowride. I had a lowrider car club.
Okay.
The biggest lowrider car club in the nation.
Okay.
A lot of my friends was selling dope. That's part of where I grew up at. So we used to go places and we always get arrested. And I was the clean guy out of everybody. Doing stuff like that. Every time something happened, you wake up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost going to prison woke me up really good.
That was in your 20s?
I was in my 20s, bro.
Weren't you having success in real estate?
I was.
Why were you doing this dumb crap?
I wasn't selling. I sold a home to a guy who was selling drugs.
Got it.
I got caught in the middle of conspiracy and in the federal court system. If you know he's a drug dealer,
right, and
you actually clean his money for him, that's conspiracy, right?
Got it.
But I didn't realize he was a drug dealer.
Got it.
And so for 2 years, I was indicted.
Whoa.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Dang.
And so I was praying to God every day, bro. Get me out of this. I'm going to live my life and be a contribution for the world.
Whoa.
1997, July 4th, coming back from Canada. And I just surrendered. Like really surrendered to God. Like, if it's meant to be, let it be. But if you know I'm clean, show me. Give me my freedom. And I promise I'm going to do good. I'm going to help my mom and dad. I'm going to help my brother and sister. I'm going to make an impact to the world. I'm going to help other people. the cloud, bro, just parted.
Mm.
Seriously. And the feds never came. They just didn't have enough. But my attorney even said, I never had anyone this close, and the feds never came. So that was probably the biggest tipping point. And then the biggest one after that was my dad dying from cancer in my hand.
Wow.
That is where, you know, I have over $5-6 million already when my dad was dying from cancer in 2007. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
2005, something like that. And I couldn't save his life, Brian.
Wow.
Couldn't save his life.
Wow.
I had money to pay for. I was going to empty my account out to go take every cancer treatment. Doctor's like, your tumor is just too big. We can't save it. We're just going to have to just make him comfortable. That was the last word you want to hear.
Wow. So
that kind of stuff. I have success. Success, there's so much definition of success. Money, top 1%, agent, I'm there. Right? Fulfillment, that's a whole nother story.
Wow. Were you married at this time?
Not until after we went through court. Because when Cameron and I got married, because the judge was like, not the judge, a prosecutor, attorney, you know, you guys are married, you know, she's off the hook. So Cameron and I, let's, you know, we've been dating each other since high school. Might as well get married now. It's the perfect timing. And Cameron was like, let's go. Because Cameron got dragged into the whole thing with it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
So you get past this, you're
Yes.
married, your dad dies.
Yes.
All these things are happening.
Yes.
God delivers you from it.
Yes.
Now what?
Now it's interesting because the money making become even faster.
Mm.
The clarity of what I should be doing in real estate became more clearer.
Mm-hmm.
I was mostly selling house at a high level, building luxury homes for sale, wholesaling, flipping ugly houses, buying some rentals, right? Doing a lot of syndication during those times.
Yeah.
And after that, this is what Cam and I realized. Life's too short. We want abundance. What did we learn from this? And we learned that we wasn't clear. We need to get clear on what it is we want to do and just stick with it.
Mm.
And we got clear and we're like, I still want to sell real estate. I still want to flip houses, but I really don't want to sell them. I'd rather keep them, meaning residential. I don't want to do luxury home, new construction anymore because it's too risky and I don't get to keep it. Let's build multifamily, which we love to do.
Yeah.
Let's keep those. And let's build apartments. Let's keep those, but we won't sell them no more.
Right.
And let's do it at our pace where we don't have to go and syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
We already had money.
Yeah.
I don't need to try to get to 1,000 door.
Yep.
I gave that up.
You got all your money as an agent.
All of it.
You weren't investing at this point until
all
now.
of it, 100%.
Wow.
100%.
You're a beast agent, dude.
I was selling 150 homes a year in the early 2000.
Wow.
That's like somebody.
Did you have a team or were you?
Me, my wife, and one buyer assistant.
What did you do?
I was working 7 days a week, bro. You know what I mean?
But back then, what were you like? How did you get so many deals?
I was doing like 100 doors a day, 5 days a week for 5 hours a day for 10 years straight.
You door knocked 5 hours a day for 10 years straight.
5 days a week, 10 years straight. And I was getting literally, 50, 60, 70 listing a year. Then you add the double ending. Then you add buyer to it.
Yeah.
And I was making $700 million a year. And I was selling low end price point.
You were door knocking in the hood.
The hood.
Why didn't you door knock high end?
I had a mental blockage that I wasn't smart enough to work with rich people.
Oh.
Because I didn't go to Harvard. I went to community college.
That's more than most realtors, to be fair.
Yeah. Right?
Community college.
Yeah. And so I had a big blockage on I'm not worthy. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. So I stay out of the rich neighborhood. And I door knock the hood where I came from every day. And I just sold 120, 150, 170 homes a year every year for 10 years.
In the hood.
In the hood.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you saved up your money. Dude, what'd you do with all the money? Like, if you weren't investing, you just saved it?
I was saving it up. And then when I met Saul, I said, buy a property. So I bought my first one in 1997. And then Cammie was hooked. She was like, you just go make the money, give me the money, and let me go buy the real estate. I was like, okay, get it quick because I will spend it.
We'll spend it.
Right? I will spend it. Cammie just took all the money we made. And I was living off, listen, I was charging $8.95 transaction fee to list people's house.
Yeah.
On top of the 6%.
Yep.
And we were living off the transaction fee. And all the money we made came and took it and buy rentals with it.
Wow.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you saved up money.
My business just became more single-minded, focused. Buying single-family home, rehab, keeping them, doing multi-family and building apartment building, micro apartments.
Yeah.
Right? And we just found that niche and we went deep.
And this is all in Seattle.
All Seattle. And what's interesting, when I started doing that, I realized I used to think dreaming big was going wide. I think dreaming big today is finding what your niche is and go deep.
Yeah.
In anything, even in the mentorship business. You know what I mean?
Right.
Finding what the niche is, go deep.
Yes.
And when I did that, it just, you know what I mean? And then my business just exploded in the residential business, in the development business. My portfolio started growing. You know what I mean? And all that just snowball effect happened.
Right.
And then I wasn't working 70, 80, 90, 100 hours a week.
You're starting to see like, oh, dude, I don't have to work to make money.
That's right.
My investments are making me some money now.
But I was still working.
Yeah.
I still work today. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You still door knock today?
Still door knock today.
No, you don't.
I do.
I thought you just do it for content.
No, bro. Hell no.
So what do you do? What are you door knocking for?
So first of all, I have already made a list of all the ugly houses in an area that I buy.
Yeah.
And it's a relatively decent area. Like, just say like all Henderson, for example.
Yep.
I know every ugly house that still has not sold yet. And anytime I'm going through Henderson for any reason, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Shooting content, going on an appointment, looking at an ugly house, buying a house. And I'm going through there, I would door knock the homes again.
Wow.
Hey, Ryan, what's up, man? Last time I saw you 8 months ago. Any new plan you want to sell your property this year? I still do it. Still today.
Wow.
I am a deal junkie. I love finding deal.
But
I love it.
But you're not doing it 80 hours a week
That's
anymore.
right.
Yeah.
Because back then I was doing the machine gun style. I was
You just door knocked everyone.
to find a deal. Now I'm doing more target laser. This is the one I want because it's the one I want to buy. You know, like that. So, so a part of that is just I do it when I'm doing out there doing a thing.
But you're not doing like knocks for listings anymore.
Nope.
It's all investments.
And the list that I have is all ugly houses. So it is not listings. It is really for me to buy.
Yeah.
Now, if the number don't meet what I like to buy it for, I will go ahead and tell the owner, let me list it and sell it for you.
So you'll still take listings?
I will hand that over to my team and let them go do it.
Okay.
Like that.
So how many listings are you guys doing a year these days?
60, 70.
Wow. That's still good production.
Still. And I'm not even pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what even brings you to those areas where you're just going to check on your property? Like, why are you in the areas in the first place?
Yeah, because the way I go door knocking like Henderson. It's developing. It's getting better, right?
Yeah.
I own a lot of property. I'm building an apartment building. I'm building multi-unit. I'm buying houses.
So you're checking on your stuff anyway.
Yeah. I'm meeting the contractor or I'm meeting the architect, I'm meeting my partner, do whatever, right? And I'm always in those areas because I don't live far from there.
Right.
If I'm always there, I'm always hitting the doors.
Let me ask you a question. So, I mean, for you, obviously you could hire somebody to go do that.
Yes.
Like it's not a great time for your money, right?
Yep.
And you still do it yourself.
Yes.
Now, look, I see the reason for content. It's like, okay, well, it's great content to be at the property. So like I could see, even though it's not the smartest thing, getting the content now makes it really good. But then I also think like now looking at your history of like, well, he don't know any other way to live.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Once you do something for so long, you don't just stop.
Yes. So I'll give you an example, right? This is a simple example. I love detailing my cars.
You do it yourself.
I love it.
Okay.
But today, that's something I would trade to get my time back.
Okay.
To do other things.
Got it.
Even though I love it. I love it, bro. I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
Door knocking.
It's hard to train it.
Yeah, it's that. But if I had no money, I would do it. I have money today. And I realize door knocking is like you and I going to the gym working out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you just are so conditioned to do it. It's a habit.
Yeah. And it bring me, it bring me what I always say the word is, it just bring me, like sometimes when you get too rich, you don't do certain things that
It humbles you.
humble you, make you normal.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I was coming up, I used to always eat at really expensive restaurant.
Yeah.
And I realized, you know what? I love eating at my Chinese restaurant in Chinatown.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
Door knocking is like eating Chinese food at a Chinese restaurant for me.
Right.
I love it.
You don't want to just only do rich people things.
No.
Yeah. But you want both.
I want both.
Yeah.
Right? I want both.
You're not one of these guys who wants to just stay frugal and never enjoy life.
No.
Obviously with your cars.
Yes. Right? So the door knocking, I love it because it brings me back true joy. Because remember, before all the success, before social media, all this camera stuff, I love doing that already. I love door knocking. I love buying real estate. I love developing real estate. I like building stuff from scratch. I love it. That's where the creativity comes from.
Yep.
So I don't want to take that away because that's what brings me true joy anyways.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Oh, it's smart.
Right? That's what brings me true joy. It's not the 100 million that bring me joy. It's a certain thing that I did that bring me true joy. So I want to stay in that zone.
Yeah. I met another guy. How old are you now?
53.
So you're 53. He's in his 50s too. And, this wholesale business, I mean, they do over 10 million bucks a year. And he still goes on appointments.
Yes.
He goes on like 3 appointments a day. And I asked him, I go, bro, why?
Yes.
Why are you still going on appointments?
Yes.
You could send anybody to go on these
Yes.
appointments, dude. Like,
Yes.
why? And he was like, I love it, bro.
Yeah.
I just love doing the deal.
Yes.
He's like, I get more joy out of doing a deal nobody said could be done.
Yes.
And even if we make $2,000,
yes.
I get more joy out of that,
Yes.
proving people wrong.
Yes. Now, I would say this. That's one of the only few things that I still do that I like. But there's a lot of things that I let go of that make sure that where I'm at, I only do things that bring in, the highest ROI of my time.
Right.
You know what I mean? The highest, right?
Yeah.
And so, but that's one of them. And the content. To me, content is one of my highest ROI.
Absolutely.
Okay. And to me, I like making content on the streets. I do it sometime at the house or the studio, but I don't like it. So I always, when I'm out and about, we're shooting on the streets.
Right.
And when I'm on the street, knocking is just part of content plus joy.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So to me, content, door knocking it just follow the content creator.
Yeah, it's synergy. You like doing it. It's high ROI now because of content.
That's right.
And so, dude, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Like for me, people are like, Ryan, how are you so good at delegating?
Yeah.
And I'm like, because I don't like doing it.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely, dude, you will never catch me door knocking.
Yeah.
You will never catch me making a cold call.
Right.
I just am not going to do it. And I never have. I didn't even get to this point doing it.
Right.
Why am I like,
no. And yeah, it's different because your path to where you're at was a different path than me and the guy that does wholesaling.
exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you enjoy content?
I enjoy these podcasts a lot now.
Okay.
Yep.
How about creating? Do you do anything out? Do you make content outside of podcasts?
Yeah. So like when I first started doing YouTubes and stuff,
Yep.
I would go visit my flips. I would do this. I had this series called Flip Nation.
Yep.
That was they're my best videos.
Yes.
And so I would go do all these side hustles,
Yes.
go to these different businesses, and they did great. And so the team would always be like, Ryan, you got to make more of those. They're doing great. And I'm like, honestly, guys, I just don't really like it.
Right.
I just don't like going out and about and making these videos. It takes the whole day.
It does.
It
does.
And I'm like, I would rather be at the office, go do an hour podcast, go to this meeting and that meeting. And like, I just feel so much more productive.
Yep,
I just did
I can
8
see that.
things all right here.
Yep.
Like I even put a gym in my house so that I could just like save 30 minutes
Yes.
of going down,
Yes.
pumping it out. Like I'm always like a time
Yes.
efficiency guy.
Totally get it.
Yeah.
Totally get it. Yeah, because when you do those kind of videos, what I do, driving out there,
Takes all
shooting
day.
it's all day.
Yeah.
All day. But yeah, I get it. That makes sense.
Yeah. But it's like, so for me, but to the point, it's just different paths because, you have to choose one or the other.
Yes.
You can't have a podcast where you're having guys come to you all the time and because you can't do both.
That's why people ask, how come you didn't do a podcast yet? Because I haven't made it a priority.
Mm-hmm.
If I do that, I'm going to have to change up a lot of things.
Yeah. You'd have to give up something.
Yeah. And right now, I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm just asking myself, is the podcast aligned to my core value?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And right now, since I haven't done it yet, it has not obviously been aligned.
Yeah. You already did it.
I already did it. Right? Yeah. Yeah.
But that's I think it's so important for people to hear, because someone will be like, well, dude, I don't want to do podcasts like Ryan.
Right.
And then like, well, you're like, well, dude, just go knock doors.
Right.
You can you can grow knocking doors.
Yeah.
And then somebody will be like, dude, I don't want to like knock doors all day like Thach.
Yeah.
All right, go make a podcast.
That's right. Yeah. The thing is, when people are watching this, you guys are watching this, you got to find you. Ryan is Ryan. Thach is Thach, and everybody else that he interviewed. You just got to find you. You got to do a little soul searching.
Yeah.
To find out what's tick you.
Mm-hmm.
What brings you inspiration? What brings you joy? Right? For me, I like going out there meeting. I like being on the streets. That's been me all my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You came from the streets.
I came from the street. I like being on the street. I like meeting people. I like talking to people. Right? Ryan had a different path to get where he's at.
Yep.
And he found him. So you got to really do a little soul searching. What inspire you? What move you? And you'll do more of that.
Yeah. And to your point, once you know what motivates you, you're going to be inspired to do it.
Will.
You'll door knock for 5 hours a day.
Yes.
For 10 years straight.
Right.
Because you love it.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
If I could still play baseball, I would do it every day.
Right.
I love it.
Right.
I did it for 8 years straight, making $1,200 a month.
That's called passion.
Yeah.
Right? That's called loving it.
Yep.
So yeah, you got to find yourself, folks. Find out what's passion for you and then do more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So at what point did cars start to come into play here? Because tell people what you even got.
I got my G63. And I always say this because it's funny. I don't know how it even happened. I got a G63 that's matte black. I got the brand new Bentley Flying Spur that's matte black.
That car looks tight.
Yeah, I love that car.
Yeah.
Like all the cars I like driving out the most.
Really?
Yeah, seriously. I got an F8 Ferrari that's satin black. I just got my Lamborghini Urus back, and it's all wide body now. It's all satin black. I got my new SF90 Ferrari, which is red, which is first red for a long time.
Mm.
And then I have my Rolls Royce Spectra, the new electric one. That's gonna
Rolls Royce has an electric?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it just came out, and mine is gonna be here in April.
Mm.
And then I have another Lamborghini supercar that's a hybrid that's gonna be here at the end of this 2024.
Wow.
So those are my fun cars.
Didn't you used to have like a Cullinan too?
I had a Cullinan, so
Yeah.
that had a Maybach, had it all pimped out, and then all these ball players will call me like, "Yo, bro, let me get your car. Let me get it." Right? And so I built it. To me, cars, there's a couple of things. Number one, a lot of people don't know this. When I was younger, I spent so much money on the 1985 Honda Prelude, right?
Okay.
And I loved it. And then what happened was I grew, and then I got into low riding.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
So a lot of people don't know, like I've been in car and customizing car, low riding and European cars. I've been doing that all my life. I never had expensive car back then. I didn't have no money, but I always had a passion for
You
car.
would have.
Right, I would have, right?
You've always loved cars.
Yeah, so low riding, everything was in my blood from day one. And so that's where all the passion come from. And customizing a stock car, making it look custom.
Mm.
So it's been in my blood. So when I made money, my first nice car was the SL 300 Mercedes convertible.
Mm.
And I customed it. I brought it down to Las Vegas right here. There's a guy named Axel that specialized in wide body the car. And I had it done. And then it just grew. I made more money. I just love nice cars and I just started building it. And that's what my car. So the car, I'm buying cars not because I'm trying to flex on the social media. I'm buying because I love customizing the car.
Yep.
And now, to be honest, right, every time I have my car in the background, my video, it does well.
Yep.
Or when I use it like a prop, like don't buy this Ferrari first, buy this apartment building first, and then buy this later.
Yeah.
It's become a prop. So that's why I love cars. That's where it came from. And all the nice cars today, just part of a passion I have.
Yeah.
I don't keep it long. Shockingly, most of the car I have, I end up get recycled a year later.
Really?
Because somebody end up want to buy my car every single time.
So you're making money on your cars?
Nah.
No. Okay. I was gonna sound like
when I customize it, by the time I sell it, I might make 10, 20 grand on it.
break
Barely.
even.
Yeah.
But you get to enjoy it
I
for
get
a
to
little
enjoy
bit.
it, right? I get to build like a house. And
Yeah.
somebody want it
Right.
like that.
It's for fun.
It's for fun.
How do you buy them?
Well, the good thing is I have such a relationship with so many brands that I get them all at MSRP, even the most rarest car you can get. and I get my sticker price.
So do you actually buy them or you lease them? What do you do?
Good question. This is where every time I make these videos, people are like, that's so stupid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All my car are all write-off because they're all my videos.
Yeah.
So every car, don't matter if it's only got 1,000 miles, it's getting the full write-off.
Yep.
So, right, because people think write-off, it can either be, if you purchase, you can't write it off. If you lease, you can't write. No, the whole thing is getting written off no matter what.
Yep.
Certain cars have certain different lease programs that's better than others.
Okay.
People don't realize this.
Okay.
Rolls Royce has great lease option. You can get a $400,000 Rolls Royce with $20,000 down, and you can have your payment like $3,000, $3,500 with the Rice lease on it.
Wow.
You can't even get a car that expensive for that cheap.
No.
You can't. A
No.
Mercedes S55 or a Mercedes, 580, it's $4,000.
Yeah, I just bought a Hummer.
Yeah.
MSRP.
Yep.
It's like 106.
Yep.
And I don't even know what I put down. Maybe like 15.
Yep.
And my payment's still like 1,800, 1,900.
Right?
Yeah.
Ferraris don't no good in lease,
Got it.
but they're good in resale. So I just bought my
Yeah, people love Ferraris
for resale. But they make you sign a contract. You can't sell it within 2 years unless you sell it back to them first at MSRP.
Wow.
They make you sign it. Now, if you sell it, will you get sued? No, you just won't get another
the next
car.
one. Yeah.
As MSRP sticker
They
price.
do the same thing with watches.
100%, just like watches.
Yeah.
Just like watches, right? And so now I have to build a relationship with all these people, and they just give everything to me, watches, cars, and then it comes in, yo, Thach, I got this watch just came in. I got this car just came in, the sticker price. You want it? Yes, I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So with the cars, what's your what are your car payments a year or like a month if you had to guess? I don't even.
My G-Wagon's free and clear. My Bentley's free and clear. You know what I
Okay.
mean? 'Cause I paid them off eventually. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I know I want to keep those.
Do you finance them all like to begin with usually?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You said
Or lease,
yeah.
finance or lease.
And then now, the Bentley, probably 12 grand. 12.
That's way less than I would have thought.
Yeah. Because you think that most of my car payment are like 3,000, 3,500.
Right.
So I only got 4 of them that are payments.
Got it.
Right. So it's nothing.
No.
It's
But
nothing.
okay, here's my thing, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not a car guy.
Yeah.
But somehow I ended up with nice cars.
Yeah.
So, I got a Porsche Taycan,
Yep.
the Hummer, and we got a big Cadillac Escalade. And, we have 3 now for 2 of us. And so, like our nanny will drive one sometimes and stuff, but it's the first time we've ever had more than like 1 car
Yes.
each, right?
Yes.
And then even like with the 3rd car, I'm just like, like I can't really enjoy it because like
Right.
I don't drive even that much.
Yep.
I can't even imagine if I had 6 cars,
Yes.
like being able to properly enjoy it.
Yes.
So how do you enjoy it?
It's crazy, dude. A lot of time I drive my Honda around town. Seriously.
Is it because you want to door knock and not be like pulling
Yes.
up in a Rolls?
Yep. That's one.
Okay.
Seattle right now it's rainy season.
Oh, okay.
Construction site's muddy.
What's
Right?
the Honda you got?
Honda Accord. 1991.
No, you don't.
Hell yeah, bro.
Why don't you get like a new Accord?
It's a symbol. That's
It's
one
the
of
original
OG.
one?
It's one of the original Honda I had.
Oh, so you are a car guy. Like you have that out of
It
nostalgia.
ain't like worth anything. It just has a meaning to it. That's like
Right.
I want to buy the house I grew up in. They
Yeah.
don't want to sell it yet.
Is it even insured?
I know, right? It is, right? But I drive that often. But most of the time when I'm out and about right now, going looking at sites and this and that, I drive the Honda. And then when I do drive it, then I drive the Bentley. Right? Now the other car, it gets cycled through. Today we're gonna go and shoot this apartment building. And let's go use the Ferrari as a prop.
So
that's
you
what I
think
get to
about
use.
it from a content perspective.
That's it. The other car, our content, get to drive it. You know what I mean? Doing that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
You know what's funny is like, 10 years ago, it was all about like the Lambos and stuff,
Yes.
like in the ads and
Yes.
the content, right? Then it
Yes.
became like, dude, those guys are losers.
Yes.
Like how is the reaction when you do it now?
Yeah. The way how I shoot it, the car's in the background.
Yeah, it's not like just right here.
Flexing it.
Yeah.
Right? How I use it is like, don't buy this car, buy this thing.
Yeah.
Right? My video have gone viral so many times. Ferrari would ask me to take the video down.
Why?
They don't want me to promote Ferrari brand in that way.
Oh.
It's not Ferrari standard.
We don't need this Vietnamese guy just
Exactly.
doing the
Yeah. Dealership.
the face of Ferrari.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? But I'm like, look, man, I ain't gonna take it down. They can't
They
stop.
can't do nothing.
No, they can do nothing, right? But that's to show you, like, we reaching,
The actual
Ferrari people. You know what I mean?
Wow.
The Rolls Royce people say to me, I love your videos.
Wow.
Keep making more.
Do they give you anything for it?
They give everything, like they give me order line,
Priority, yeah.
everything, stuff like that.
Yeah, you're not going to get it like free or anything,
No.
but they're going to like do the things that are actually still really valuable.
Right.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, you know, I love it. I use it. I drive it. You know what I mean? I drive it here and there when I go do stuff. But a lot of time, Monday through Friday, I work.
Yeah.
And then the weekend,
Driving the
I
Honda
drive.
Accord.
Yeah, I drive. You know what I mean? But I love it, bro.
So at what point did content start coming into play? Because you start making money as an agent. You know, you're now investing, doing great. You're buying your dream cars. You're having kids now.
Yeah.
And when did content come?
You know, Facebook went out for about, 5 years, 6 years, something like that.
It's been out for how long? What?
5 or 6 years, Facebook?
Facebook been around a long
10?
time. No, 15.
Okay. 15?
Yeah.
Okay,
2000.
well, I didn't get on that wagon for a while. Let me say that.
Yeah,
okay?
Facebook got started in like 2008.
Yeah, okay. I didn't get on it for a while. When I did get on, I was barely even doing anything. I was posting a couple old video on YouTube back and I didn't do anything. But until Lorenz, this young guy, he was 23 when he met me, he said, bro, let me be your videographer. Let me help you with your social media for free. Let me work for you for free for a year. And you just keep doing your thing. Go on stage, speak, you know, do this and that. Let me just shoot it. I'll tell you what you got to do. I'm like, okay. So that was about 3.5 years ago. Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah.
That's when
Like
I
during
got on.
COVID?
Yeah. That's when I started.
Yeah.
And then I made my first video on TikTok with me stepping into the G-Wagon, taking off, going out door knocking. And it went viral.
Yeah.
Then I was like, interesting. I went door knocking one day in my Rolls Royce and it's raining. I pull out the umbrella and I put it over. I said, in Seattle, right, when we door knock, it's raining. Thank God we got an umbrella built into this car. That went crazy viral.
Yeah.
And so then for fun, I want to see, well, can we do this all the time? I wasn't making no money on it. But then what happened was, and I still don't make money directly.
Right.
You know how it is, right? People think I make so much money off of TikTok and Instagram. No. Not until I started, doing stuff like, springboard.
Yep.
And then I realized I need to be more intentional how I create the content, what I put on the content. And then if I'm going to ever use it to point the eyeballs to go somewhere,
right,
I got to be intentional. And then that's when I got serious, which is about 2 years ago. Yeah.
So, I mean, you started around the same time I did.
Yeah.
Just
probably just a little earlier than you.
Yeah. Just doing TikToks and everything. And it's popping off.
Yes.
And you just running it back.
Over
and over again. Getting this massive following.
Yes.
And then you start directing them to education.
Yes.
You start directing them. Like, were you getting any deals? Were you getting any investors?
The first thing I did was, before I even had Springboard, I was directing them to, if you got to have any deals or you're looking to buy and sell real estate, send them to me.
Right. Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah. Typical realtor stuff.
Real estate stuff. It worked. As I grew it, I just kept showing what I did. People wanted to buy real estate.
Right.
And then when I grew it, then when Springboard came to life, then I would do my video and then I would point them to, if you want to just learn more what I do, just go here. And then it just organically just grew.
Yeah.
It just went crazy.
If you're watching this show, my guess is you're probably an entrepreneur who's trying to grow your business. And for me, the best thing I ever did to grow my business was build my personal brand on social media. It's allowed me to get more revenue. It's allowed me to raise more capital, and it's allowed me to hire better talent. And if you are not currently creating content for your brand, you're missing out and your competition is. So if you want to learn to grow, my advice is to create a podcast. Now, there's a lot that goes into building a podcast and why I believe it's the best way. So I've actually created a free training that I want you to go check out. If you go to pinedamedia.com/podcast, you can go access the free training right now and see how a podcast is going to be the best decision to grow your personal brand today. So go check it out by clicking the link below, and I'll see you in the training.
So today, my job today, just to keep giving free content on how to invest, all the tips, good and bad, what to look for. Just give it to them.
Yeah.
Right? If they like it, what I'm a good believer now is when they are doing anything to join your mentorship, my mentorship, they just want access to us.
Right. Yeah, the information's out there.
It's out there.
It's the access, the community, the support, the accountability.
Yeah. So I don't want them to feel like that my social media is pointing them somewhere.
Right.
I want them to come to my social media and go, man, this guy giving out free game every day.
What do you like better now that you've like been in these different roles, like being a realtor, an investor, a content creator, a developer?
Yeah.
Which one do you like the best? A car collector is probably the favorite, but
no, actually, that's probably one of my lowest ones, right?
Okay.
I like content creating. It's probably top 2. But I do like finding deals. So content creating and finding deal are my 2 best things I like to do. Rehabbing houses, building construction, I let my wife Cammie handle all that.
Got it.
She runs that whole thing. She meet with the architect, she meet with the survey, she meet with the builder. And then like she just called me today and said, hey, I'm booking next Friday for us to go meet with the designer to pick new finishing for the 8 townhouse we're doing.
Yeah.
So just make sure you don't do anything that day. All right, cool. See, but I love content providing. I love creating it. I love thinking the idea. Then I love go out there finding deals. And then once I find it, I give it to my wife and then she take care of it. And so she a lot of brain behind the business, especially the real estate business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. So with the content, do you have any plans to, start doing long form? Because like majority of stuff you do is short form. And
I started YouTube about 3 or 4 months ago.
Okay. Nice.
And it's done well now. We're up to about 200,000 subscribers now.
Are you doing you're doing long form there?
Long form now.
Okay.
Drop it every Monday.
Okay.
Right? Drop it every Monday now. I'm just taking all the short form and expanding it, explaining it even more into a long form.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. Like I've never seen like trainings and other things from you.
Yes.
It's hard to train on a 1 minute video.
It is very hard. So now I'm taking something and I'm actually walking I'm doing a series right now on how to build something from scratch. Like I'm doing an 8-unit townhouse site right now, and I use that. Here's how to build an 8-unit brand new townhouse, and I'm gonna break down what you need to do, what the costs, how to hire a contractor, how to get bank financing, how to fund it, how to all that from A to Z. So we're gonna do a series. It's a 5 YouTube video series, and I walk them through every video, and every video has, this first one is gonna be design. What do you got to do to design? How do you hire the architect? Second video is how to get a contractor. Third video, how to get funding. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing. That's one series. But my goal in 2024 now, it's really, I don't feel like I have dialed in my niche yet in the long form.
Yeah.
I dialed it in the short form.
Right.
I don't feel that I'm hit that station exactly. Like they say, if I want the station 93.3, that's hip hop. I feel like I'm right around 92.5. I'm close, but I'm still need to do more reps to dial it in to find that for the long form.
Yeah. I'll give you my feedback.
Yes.
Just watching and what you're saying. It's like, there's definitely a need of, I don't want to say vlogs, but you're out at these sites anyway.
Yep.
Bro, just show people
Yes.
the extended version of what's happening at all these sites.
Yes.
Nobody's doing it, right? There's a lot of podcasts, there's a lot of other things, but dude, nobody has that. So, and you're already there. So it's not like you got to go and figure out, oh, do I need a guest?
Right.
Do I,
Yes.
You're just there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I say why I'm so close right now.
Yeah.
Right. And I appreciate the feedback because that's part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right. And I think once I dial it in, it's going to blow up.
I agree.
Right. It's going to blow up.
I agree.
Yeah.
We recently started filming a new thing because I golf every Friday.
Yep.
Just something I wanted to do. And I'm like, you know what? We might as well just film it.
Yeah.
I'm golfing with cool people all the time.
Yes.
And people are really liking the golf content now.
Nice.
And I was like, and I got to meet Gary Vee and talk to him like this for quite a bit. And I told him my idea. I go, hey, what do you think about doing like a golf podcast? Where I take these guys who, you know, they actually enjoy golf and they're good entrepreneurs and, you know, decent golfers. And we play 18, but you get all the conversation that happens while we're playing. Right. And then now there's like also this competition that's happening during the episode.
Right. How does your golf friend feel on you creating content when they're playing golf and they're trying to have fun, maybe trying to be focused, maybe trying to relax, but then also being almost have to like answer question or say, you know, how do they feel about that?
Yeah. Well, we haven't done a ton of them yet. Okay. So it's just a case by case. You know, I don't film everyone.
Yeah.
So it's like there are some where I don't bring any camera guy. I just go play golf. Yep. You know, then there are some where I'm going to go golf, but like with a buddy who's not, you know, let's just say famous or anything.
Right.
So we'll go play and then he'll just get reels and the shorts behind the scenes of like funny things that happen. And then there will be some where it's like, yo, you and I are going to play. Right. We're both golfers. We know that, hey, it's like, that's going to be our podcast. Right. And it's fun either way, right. You know, cause we're going to have a fun time with or without a camera. Right.
Do you ever think when you create content, do you ask yourself, what's the audience that I'm trying to attract? Like, do you want to attract golf people? So, you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. So I think when I first started, I was doing that a lot. I said, okay, I'm going to be known for real estate. Yes. So let me make real estate content. Yep. Okay. Most people are beginners. Let me make beginner real estate content. Okay. Most of these beginners are men. Most of them are young dudes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me talk to the young guy.
Yes.
So early on, that was totally it.
Yep.
Then I, was in the game for a few years and had done well and, everything else. And I said, you know what, dude, I'm kind of tired of just, feeding the algorithm or something, right? And you see that happen with a lot of content creators where they box themselves into a thing. And so they're just like chasing the news or the next trend or whatever. And I said, honestly, I'm just going to start talking about what I want and it's going to just attract whoever attracts, right? Okay. And that's exactly what I did. I started leaning into faith more. I started talking about, things way beyond real estate. And like even WealthCon, right? Like now we do what we want. We have a worship service. We have a pastor. We have finance guys. We have business guys. We got health experts. And it's just this event that kind of doesn't make sense. Right. If I was truly trying to maximize it for ROI, you would get only real estate guys. The message would be purely aligned of like, hey, you must flip. Right. You must do this. Right. This is the only way to succeed. Right. And then it points to the end product. Right. That's how, 90+% of events are run because it's the only way to be profitable. Right. But for me, I'm just like, no, dude, I'm just going to throw these dope events and, it's going to bring in people and whatever happens, happens. Like, and I'm going to be good either way.
Now, I'm assuming you also track it to make sure that
I don't just go lose a bunch of money.
No, exactly. Right?
No. We make money.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So we're not worried about that. We actually are at the point now where we're pretty much break even going into the event.
Oh, nice.
So
from the tickets.
Yeah. From tickets and everything else.
Right.
Yep.
Do you have sponsorship for your event?
Dude, I've done it both ways, but now I'm just like, I don't even care.
Yeah.
So
it's almost in the way when they're sponsored. I need a stage time to pitch some things.
Oh, right? We stopped that a long time ago.
Right. So it's like, okay, we don't need your 10,000 that bad.
No. So we got rid of that. Right. Yeah. But we've made all the mistakes. Right. And we don't need it to, still be good where we want. Right. So like things like that, we stopped. We also, just got really good at selling tickets and everything else, getting our costs down on the overall event. And so it's like, dude, you go to an event already having broke even.
Yeah. You're winning.
Everything's gravy.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens.
Right.
And the long-term effects of an event are just, you can't measure it today.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, like, let's just say we really look at it a week from now after all the follow-ups and everything. All right, great. We did this. But I've had multiple people even today tell me, hey, dude, this is like my third WealthCon.
Right.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I know.
I get it. How many people showed up to this event for you this time?
This one we had 1,200 plus register. So,
Nice.
you know, I think we had like over 750 like paid tickets, and then we had over 500 student tickets. So, you know, a lot of our programs include tickets, and so our students come. Sometimes like we'll give tickets when somebody like a special if they buy a certain program or something. So, we had that, and I think we probably had, you know, like every day's different, but in our registration system, there was, I think, 1,100 that, you know, checked in.
Has that been your biggest event?
I think in July we had like 1,200.
So,
a
little more.
Yeah. So every event's been very similar.
Yeah.
1,000 to 1,200 for the last 5 times in a row. But this next one, we kind of now really have it dialed in. I think we can do 2,000.
So is your next quarter one, you shoot for 2,000 at Caesar?
Yeah.
You all planning that for sure.
Yep. By the way, guys, Caesars, April 18th to the 20th, wealthcon.org.
You better make it, baby.
You better make it.
I know I've done events, and people don't realize this. What does it cost you to put together a 1,100 people event here at M Resort?
A lot, man. We'll get the final numbers, but I want to say, because, you know, all the bills come in after.
Of course, always. Right?
But I want to say this was about, let's just call it there's so many different costs, right? So there's the venue cost, which is what you're asking. I want to say that was probably $250 to $300 for the food, the venue, AV,
right?
All this stuff.
Yep.
Then you got like all your speaker fees and reimbursements. Now, thankfully for me, I know so many awesome people like you. Just so everyone knows, Thach did all this for free.
Free, baby.
Free.
Okay? Called contribution.
Just add in value.
Yeah.
And dude, and you know, here's my other thing, right? Like literally almost every speaker I have comes for free because they're all friends.
Right.
They, you know, we've done things for each other. But to see a guy like you who is like at such a level where obviously you could charge a lot of money to speak and you still come for free. And not only that, but you show up in every day.
Yes.
It's not like, because most people, even though they'll come for free, they'll be like, hey, cool, so I'm gonna come speak and then I'm out.
I'm out. Like literally, like I'm in, I'm out like an hour later.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you've been here literally the entire
whole
event.
time.
You're like, bro, what do you need me to do? Okay, I'll do the dinner.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come to this. I'll come to that. I'll go film a podcast with him.
Yeah.
So
the other thing people don't realize, I know this feeling because I've been on the other side. Just going out there shaking people's hand.
Oh, makes such an impact.
You know what time I went to bed last night? 2 a.m, bro.
Just shaking hands.
Shaking hands.
It's crazy.
I was out in the lobby first. I went downstairs by 11 o'clock. Went and got me something to drink downstairs, like a little coffee. Just so I couldn't go to sleep.
You getting a coffee at 11?
Know, right? Next thing I knew, hey, Thach. You know how that goes.
Yep.
One person.
Yeah.
20 minutes later, we got 30 people. Just like when I was in the bar when I saw you the first day.
Yeah.
It was me eating, and next thing I knew, 4 people.
Yep.
Next thing we knew, when you left,
everybody came.
50 people, bro, was there. The guy in the restaurant was like, yo, can y'all take this outside? Y'all blocking my path.
Yeah.
So, but I don't mind that. I'm already here.
Well, and
you know what I mean? I don't mind because I know people, they appreciate that, bro.
Well, bro, and because you and I are in alignment, and it's like, not only that, but we both know how much impact it makes on that person.
Yes.
Like we were supposed to do the podcast an hour before this.
Yes.
But I got caught up taking, literally I took, I don't know, hundreds of pictures to end the event. And it took like an hour and a half.
Right.
But I wanted to make sure everyone got a picture.
Right. Yeah. That little stuff to me is as important as they see you on stage what I came here for.
Right.
I think when you're off stage and they get a chance to just say hi, shake your hand, say a few words, take a picture, I think that leave more of a impact.
Oh, yeah.
Coming to the event.
Yep.
Right. And so, by the time I landed here on yesterday from 4 o'clock, I don't know how many pictures I took. Last night, I think I took so many pictures. My face, bro, still smiling when I'm going to bed.
Just going to bed.
Right? But I love it. You know what I mean? I love it. You know what I mean? That's why I'm here. And
you genuinely love it. Just like knocking the doors. Because there are guys who speak and it is a job for them. And, they go speak. They're like, yeah, dude, nah, I don't do that. Yeah. Like, this is it. And I go.
That's it.
And I being in the event business now, I know them all.
Yes.
And so it just is what it is.
Yeah.
And
it's a rare thing to have somebody just like what you and I talking about.
yeah.
Right? I could have easily left today already. Today,
And I would have been like, bro,
yeah,
you dudes,
yeah,
you're the man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah,
But no, I want people to know that online, that that's the kind of guy you are.
Yeah.
And there's most guys are not that guy.
yeah. Especially when you get to the level I'm at.
Yeah.
Most people are like, bro, send me a private jet to come get me.
Yeah.
One time, this one cat said to me, Thach, man, come speak at my event. I will send a private jet to come get you.
Yeah.
$50,000, I'll come get you. I'm like, just give me a regular airplane ticket, bro. You're my friend. You didn't get to spend that money.
Yeah.
He bought me a first class ticket and I flew down there and spoke for, and then stayed down there for 2 days and then flew back home.
Yep.
Because he's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
You don't need to spend that money on me.
Well, and dude, this is what I like too. And I'll just, for anybody who ends up becoming a speaker or you aspire to be a speaker, one thing I admire about you is, you're not like a diva or anything. You're like, bro, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Do I got 10 minutes? Do I got 50? Like, what do you want? I'll do whatever. Right. And I get so many people, dude, that, they see it, they're like, bro, I need 75 minutes.
I know.
And I'm like, bro, no. And
people
then,
don't even know this.
bro, they're like,
The guy in front of me yesterday went to be done at 3:20.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't get on stage until 3:40.
Yeah.
And then your man said, Thach, can you be done by 4:15?
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, can you make it shorter? I can make it go long and short, however you want.
Whatever you want. I'll do whatever.
I got it.
Yep.
He said, all right, we landed at 4:20.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And you came on.
We got right back on time.
I ain't even tripping. Right?
Yep.
The other thing I love about your assistant, Jonathan,
Yeah.
he always texts me, bro, you need anything? You need anything? You need
Yeah.
anything? And he said to me, you're the lowest maintenance guy I've ever assisted.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't know that. There's a lot of these guys that are high maintenance and like, they just have all these different things
Demands.
that they expect. And, for the most part, and I've kept it real with people. I'm like, there's very you're doing me a massive favor, but there's a lot of people where it's like, dude, you're not doing me any favors.
Yeah.
Like, this thing's going to sell with or without you.
Yeah.
Right. Like, you're making our lives hard.
Right.
With just all this crap.
Right.
Yeah.
I figure like this, man. I've been around. I've been on your side throwing events.
Yep.
I've been on my side. And if I'm going to come down here, I'm going to shake some hands.
Yeah.
Not for me, but it's for both of us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Right?
Showing up.
Because trust me, man, y'all don't even know I'm busy right now. I just got back from Japan literally like 3 days before Ryan event. I got back on a plane and flew down here. And coming down here, I could have easily went down here and just talk. Left last night because I spoke at 4. I could have left out at 7 o'clock, go back home.
Yep.
But I figured, you know what? I'm already down here. And then I might well go ahead and just make my trip to California. So I was already planning on going there in February.
Yep.
I might well just do it early, just do all of it one time, be done with it.
Yeah.
Let's just hang out and just roll with it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And for me, I always want to do my best to like make it great for you too. Of like, hey, dude, let me introduce you to Tebow, man. Yeah. Let me introduce you. Then Brad came in. Let me introduce you. Never met Thach, bro? Like, we got to get you guys connected.
Yep.
Get them on the pod and all these things. And, let's get them the sick content and everything else. Like, let's knock out as many birds with one stone as we can while we're here.
Right. No, I'm an easygoing guy, man. I've been like that from day one, and I don't want to let all this money, all this fame, you know what I mean? All this celebrity thing, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people are like, man, you're a celebrity. I'm like, man, I don't even look at it like that. You know what I mean? Right? Yep. And it's just like, you need anything, bro? I'm like, no. You got water? Bro, I got water. Right? You got food? I already got food.
You're like, they got the sink.
Right? And they're like, damn, man, okay, we making my life easy, Thach. That's it. Yeah.
Well, bro, I'm just so grateful to have you as a friend, for coming out to WealthCon. The fans, everyone loved it.
I'm glad.
You went so far above and beyond, man, and I'm just grateful for you, dude.
I'm glad I can be here, baby. Helping you inspire some more people, baby.
Yeah, bro.
It's part of my mission, anyways.
Yep.
All right. It's just part of my mission, inspiring millions of people. So, you set it up, right? And then let me crack it for you.
There we go.
Boom.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, if you don't follow Thach, I don't know what you're doing. Go follow him. you want to go see the cars, definitely go. Those things are nice. It makes me want to get another car. But go follow them and make sure you subscribe to this podcast, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
All these mindset myths that I say are out there, people believe in this stuff. And then it weakens people because they start to believe in that lie.
That's fact. That is what it is.
So listen to the negative voices that come into your head because they're not from you. Talk to yourself with words of encouragement.
Are you
words
big
of
on
life.
like the affirmations of like